Looking back at all that I achieved, girl, be proud of yourself. Girl, be proud of yourself. But all that you done been through, never look for them to help. You never gave up on yourself. Weight of the world on my shoulders, I still prevail. Ask me how I'm doing, I lie and say I'm well. Cause only time will tell. I was just an adolescent.
This is the first episode of Creatives Speak, a Workshop Houston podcast show where we really just dive into the minds of the faces, the people that make up Workshop. I feel like we got a legend in the building for many reasons. For Workshop Houston as an organization, a legend. For being in Houston and kind of knowing the scene, a young legend. You feel what I'm saying?
That's an introduction right there.
I would like to first say hello. This is O'Shea Woodhouse, Creative Speaks. We really doing it big. But I just want to give a spotlight to my friend over here. I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
So I go by Lil Bri, for those who don't know. I've been going to Workshop, I feel like, my whole life. I've been here since 6th grade, and now to be here and actually work with the kids and now get them to do what I've been doing is amazing. So I'm excited for y'all to see this journey.
And you know, at Creative Speak, we really dive into the culture, the people behind, the magic that happens in each one of these rooms. And I would just first and foremost like to say thank you for your time. And I just hope that anybody watching this can get to know you a little bit better, and they can really understand, you know, this is Bri and this is Lil Bri,
right.
But who is she to Workshop Houston?
Right.
And why does this matter so much? So first I would like to ask you, who are you and what do you do?
So I'm a musician. I do music. I've been doing music since 6th grade, like I said, when I started here. And now that's transferred into me being here and being able to be a creative in my space, workshop space, and then now to allow the kids to come into my world, and they bring me into their world as well. And we just make amazing music.
Amazing music. 100%. You know, Bri is officially the beat shop coordinator.
Yes,
so
it's covered.
That's a full circle moment.
Yeah.
Because if people really understood where you started, to you now being the new bass.
Yeah, it's really inspiring because, like I said, I was going here, so to be a student and now to be able to still work on my career, build as an artist, but then to come here and work with the kids and be able to bring those worlds together is amazing for me.
It's amazing.
It is.
And so now really I want you to just let me know and let the world know how long you've been at Workshop Houston, and I want you to explain in as much detail as possible your journey from like day one Bri, Lawson Academy, to television, to freaking I got some new stuff about to drop that's about to really change the game. Man,
okay, so my journey here at Workshop definitely started in 6th grade when I was at Lawson Academy. Shout out to Lawson. When I had the skirts with the high knee socks on, all of that. And I was just coming here and bass was teaching me the game. You know, I started not knowing how to do music. I was writing in class, but I didn't really have any structure. I didn't know how to write a song. I didn't know how to make a beat. I didn't know how to do anything. And then to be able to come here and to him to mold me into the artist I am today is just crazy. You know, I started out doing little mini shows with maybe 5 or 6 people, and then now to be able to be on television, and it skipped up to my hard work being recognized. We went to the White House, we won the Arts and Humanities Award, and to be in 3rd Ward somewhere ducked off where not too many people know about, and a little shack, but it was before we had this. This building,
the trap house.
You know what I mean? It used to be a real trap. But to be in a building that was ran down and to be able to do all those things and get that recognition was amazing for me.
So you went from being a 6th grader at Lawson.
Yes.
Bass was the beat shop instructor.
Right.
He kind of like introduced you to how to make music the structured way.
Right.
You obviously excelled in that.
Right.
So you make it from a sixth grader to now representing Workshop Houston on behalf at the White House.
Yes.
So you go from Workshop Houston to being at the White House, Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
And where are you at that point in your music journey? Like, how good is your music when you went to the White House
Right.
as a student here?
Right.
How good was your music at that point? What grade were you in?
Ooh, I was young. I believe I was 7th, 8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And my music still wasn't where I wanted it to be or where I felt like it needed to be, but I saw the growth. And I saw the world see the growth when I got the call for a TV show.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
how did you get a call for a TV show? Like,
okay.
what was happening in your world as far as the music you were making
Right.
that you were putting out for a TV show to call you?
Right. Okay. So during my journey here, like I said, with time, I was getting better. Bass is giving me these projects, and now on my social media, I'm starting to promote myself. So I'm like, okay, you learned how to write a song the right way. You know what you're doing. Post it on your social media. I posted it on Instagram. I was consistent. And I've never heard, remind you when the show reached out, I had never heard of them.
Yeah. What show was it?
It was called The Rap Game.
With JD?
Hosted by Jermaine Dupri.
Woo! Hip hop.
Man, it was crazy. You know, I didn't expect that. And like I was always that shy kid here. I was ducked off. I would work. So to get a big call like that was amazing. So I started posting consistently. They reached out. They emailed me. They're like, hey, we want to fly you to Atlanta. Like, we want to consider you to be on our TV show. We want to do a Skype interview with you.
How old were you?
I was 15, 16.
Wow.
I was about 16 years old when I got that call.
So like 3 years after
Yes.
first getting here, you
Man,
elevate.
that quick, because I locked
Musically.
in musically. I locked in and I had great mentors around me. And like I said, shout out to Mr. Bass, because without his mentorship, I probably wouldn't be in the position I'm in.
So you basically took your music to the next level, and you were here at Workshop.
Right.
And how do you feel like Workshop prepared you and enabled you to lock in that way? Like, was it the resources? Was it the people?
Definitely.
Like, what was
The biggest thing I would say for me, it was the resources.
Yeah.
It would be the resources, and it would be the people who really care. You know, like, it's not a program you come to where people just are here for the money, or because it's definitely not that we're nonprofit.
Yeah.
So everybody here genuinely wants to be here, and they genuinely care about you. So I could tell that Bass was really invested in me. I could tell that Mr. Reginald, I could tell that everybody here really cared genuinely about me. So they put in the time and energy to make me who I was. Also the resources. Workshop is free of charge. So to be able to come here and not have to pay, you know,
That's huge.
it's big. It's big. And then it being an after school program, and I'm having something to come to every day after school. It was molding me. It was like practice. It was like
It kind of kept you in a positive direction.
Yes, every time. I could have been at home probably sleeping, playing a game, or hanging out with my friends, or just doing something I probably didn't need to be doing. And I had somewhere to come to. So that all played a part in me getting that opportunity.
Wow. So you get the call for the Rap Game. What season was that?
I was on season 4 of the Rap Game, Lifetime.
So basically credentials. You
Yeah.
already got a major
Yeah.
you already got a major network. You're on TV. As far as I understand, you made it to the finale, right?
Yeah,
Like,
we stayed. I lived in Atlanta for 3 months. 3 months, filmed the TV show, came back to Houston, and yet stayed the whole time.
wow. And
Yeah.
and you were pretty successful on that show, at least as far as I
Yeah.
remember.
It was amazing.
You almost won.
Yeah, we was right there.
Yeah.
We was right there. But it was amazing because my fan base is out of this world. I grew a fan base.
Okay, boom. So
Boom.
the Rap Game, how many before the Rap Game? 15-year-old Bri
Yeah.
on IG. How many followers do you think that you had
I
at that
had
time?
no more than probably like 500 to 1,000
500
followers.
to 1,000.
I just had friends, family, people from school I knew. Like I didn't have no type of support like that because I was young.
You were just
Yeah.
like any of us.
Yeah,
on
just
IG.
regular. I felt like I don't want to say regular, but I'm just normal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So how many followers do you remember having when you finished the Rap Game?
When I finished, I hit my 100K mark, and I was like, wow. And you don't see it in real time.
500 to 100K.
Man,
Wow.
500 to 100K.
At the age of 15, 16.
15, 16, yeah.
So you really were exposed to a little bit of what I would consider to be fame and
Yep.
and commercial success
Yep.
when you were before you probably could even get a driver's license?
Man, I didn't have none of that. I didn't have no driver's license. I didn't have none. I had the support. I had the fan base. I had so much going on, and I was like still growing up as a child. Like I was a child, but I'm growing into this young adult fast.
Yeah.
So it was a big jump for me.
Okay, so now let's go from the rap game finishes. Okay, do you come back to workshop? Like, what's happening? What's going on?
So the show didn't release right away.
Yeah.
The show released close to a year after.
Yeah.
They had to film and they had to edit everything. So I had to hold it in. I couldn't really tell everybody. I told some of my people, but I was under contract where I couldn't say anything.
Yeah.
So once it released after that year, it blew up.
And you were at workshop.
I was.
Or were you not? Did you not come back right away?
I did. Yeah. I came back. I was at workshop, but I had to venture off once it blew up.
Yeah.
You know, so many people were knowing where I was because I mentioned workshop a lot during the TV show. So a lot of people start finding out about workshop. I was getting booked.
So you kind of put Workshop Houston in a positive light.
Yes.
It brought a lot of attention to.
Yeah, we got news articles. The Houston newspaper wrote about us. We were all over the place. It was amazing, and I look at it like I was blessed. I think God used me in that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was thankful for this opportunity. So I'm like, it was a win-win for both of us.
It's a win-win because the way I'm actually hearing this for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow.
The fact that you were able to kind of like build your skill set here,
mm-hmm.
but then you had to put the work in and use the resources.
Right.
And then you were blessed, and you got this opportunity to be in front of JB, to be in front of a national audience,
mm-hmm.
and then you even came back to workshop.
Right after.
That's love because you came back here
mm-hmm.
after you were already successful,
yeah.
and then it got too hot.
Yeah, so you got a little pressure.
But you brought a lot of publicity to workshop in a positive way.
I did.
You left for a little bit because you started getting booked.
Yeah, I was booked like crazy. I mean, it was amazing because, around 16, 17, I think you're getting your first job, you're doing a lot of things, and that was my job. My career was my job. So I had never worked a 9-to-5 humbly, saying that I had never had to do that because I was used. God was using me. I was booked and busy. I was able to book shows. I was performing at Sweet 16s. I was traveling. Wow. I was really enjoying life, and I'm still am, and I'm blessed. So at that moment, every day I would just thank workshop. And people don't understand, if you take advantage of what you have here, you can make something.
Take advantage of what you have here. You'll see now that we're gonna begin posting more and doing more YouTube content, you're gonna see what happens in the beat shop.
Yeah.
And what's beautiful to me is not only are you gonna see what happens in the beat shop, now you know the story of someone that started here as a 6th grader.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're running the beat shop.
Yeah.
So from being on the rap game, being booked and busy, what happened with that second big opportunity? How did that come about?
Man, God. So during the rap game time, like I said, it was dope. I had a big rush. I was on a high. And then mentally it kind of became draining.
Absolutely.
So I took a break from the music. I had a lot of things personally going on, and I just wanted to find out who I was as an artist.
Yeah.
So I took a mental break. But during that mental break, God was like, "Nah, I'm not done with you."
Yeah.
I got another call. I got an email. I actually thought it was an ad. I thought it was an ad. I was actually watching the show. It's called The 4 on Fox. It was hosted by Diddy, Megan Trainor, and DJ Khaled.
Flex.
Man. And I was thinking this whole time, I'm like, this is an ad for a new TV show that's coming out. And no, they were like, we're trying to fly you to LA because we want you, like real bad. And I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
No, like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm like, I needed that mental break. I had a lot going on with the rap game. Then God was like, I'm looking at it like, people don't get these opportunities every day.
Yeah, I never got that call.
Man. I'm like, I don't think this happens often, and it's like, don't pass up an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I looked at it as another way to continue to put me on the map and to remember what workshop did for me to get here.
Wow.
So I took the opportunity. I was on season 2 of The 4. A lot of people don't know that, some people do. And then my fan base from the 100K from the rap game is now at 300K.
Whew.
From that gap of a TV show. And it was amazing. I saw the maturity in myself. I saw the growth, but it all played a part in me learning what I did here and took it on those shows.
Wow,
So,
wow.
And I love that now that I'm here, I can show the kids what you can do with what you have.
Yeah.
You have free resources to make something.
And to be honest, you can show kids what happens when you lock in.
Yes,
Because
that's what it's about.
Because locking in is not necessarily about, oh, if I lock in, I'm gonna get on TV.
Right.
But
there
it's
you go.
but it's if I lock in, I'm gonna become a master of my craft.
Right.
If I become a master of my craft, I'm gonna get opportunities.
Right. And somebody can give you the materials. Somebody can give you $10,000 worth of stuff to do something with. If you don't lock in with it and you don't know what to do with it,
Wow.
it doesn't do anything.
Wow.